Most Americans will never see $1 million in their lifetime, but the ones who do all seem to hit it around the same age. And no, it's not because they got lucky. When you hear the phrase millionaire, you probably picture someone driving a Lamborghini or living in a mansion, but that's not what most millionaires actually look like. The average person who hits $1 million in net worth is not flashy. They're not famous. They're not trust fund kids. They're regular people who made specific decisions over a long period of time. And here's the thing, most Americans never get there. Not because they can't, but because they don't understand how wealth actually builds. They think $1 million is this impossible mountain, but it's really just a math problem. A math problem that gets easier the earlier you start, and a math problem that becomes almost impossible if you start too late. In this video, we're going to break down the real age most people hit $1 million if they ever do. We're going to talk about why that age matters, why starting earlier changes everything, and what you need to do right now if you actually want to be one of the people who gets there. Because the truth is, time is the most powerful tool you have, and most people waste it. Let's start with the actual number. According to research from wealth studies and financial surveys, the average American who becomes a millionaire hits that milestone around age 49. Some hit it earlier, some later, but 49 is the average. Now, that might sound old to you, or it might sound young, but here's what that number really tells you. It tells you that building wealth takes decades, not months, not years, decades. Most people don't get rich quick. They get rich slow. The people who hit $1 million by 49 didn't do it with one big win. They did it with consistent saving, consistent investing, and consistent growth over 20 to 30 years. They started in their 20s or early 30s. They put money into retirement accounts. They invested in index funds or real estate. They lived below their means. They didn't blow every paycheck. And by the time they hit their late 40s, the math finally caught up. Their net worth crossed $1 million. But here's the part most people miss. That $1 million didn't feel like $1 million when it happened. It just showed up one day on a spreadsheet. Because wealth builds quietly. It builds in the background while you're living your life. And if you're not paying attention, you'll never even notice it growing. Now let's talk about why most people never get there. The majority of Americans will retire with less than $200,000 in total savings. Some will have nothing. And it's not because they didn't make enough money. It's because they spent everything they made. The average American household earns over $70,000 a year. Over a 40-year career, that's almost $3 million in total income. So why don't most people retire with at least $1 million saved? Because they never saved it. They spent it on cars, on bigger houses, on vacations, on stuff they didn't need. They financed their lifestyle instead of funding their future. And they did it year after year without realizing the cost. Every dollar you spend today is a dollar that can't grow for you tomorrow. And when you're young, that dollar has 30 or 40 years to double, triple, or 10x through compound growth. But if you spend it, it's gone forever. That's the real reason most people never hit $1 million. Not because it's impossible, but because they chose short-term comfort over long-term wealth. And by the time they realize what they gave up, it's too late to catch up. Let's do some actual math to show you how powerful time really is. Let's say you want to retire with $1 million by age 65. If you start investing at age 25, you only need to invest about $400 a month into an index fund that grows at 8% per year. That's it. $400 a month for 40 years gets you to $1 million. But if you wait until you're 35 to start, you now need to invest about $900 a month to hit the same goal. If you wait until you're 45, you need to invest around $2,200 a month just to catch up. Same goal, same $1 million, but the amount of work required changes drastically based on when you start. That's because time is doing most of the heavy lifting. When you invest early, Compound interest does 70% of the work for you, but when you start late, you have to do 100% of the work yourself. And most people can't afford to invest $5,000 a month in their 50s. That's why the people who hit $1 million by 49 didn't wait. They started in their 20s or early 30s. They let time do the hard part. And by the time they hit middle age, they were already winning. Here's another thing most people don't understand. When we say someone is a millionaire, we're not talking about cash in the bank. We're talking about net worth. Net worth is everything you own minus everything you owe. So if you own a house worth $400,000, have $300,000 in retirement accounts, $50,000 in a brokerage account, and $50,000 in savings, your total assets are $800,000. But if you still owe $200,000 on your mortgage and $10,000 on a car loan, your total debt is $210,000. Your net worth is $800,000 minus $210,000, which equals $590,000. You're more than halfway to $1 million, but you're not there yet. Most millionaires have their wealth spread across multiple accounts: retirement funds, real estate, taxable investment accounts, maybe a small business. Very few millionaires have $1 million sitting in cash, because cash doesn't grow. Investments grow, real estate grows, businesses grow. That's how you build wealth. So when people say they want to be a millionaire, what they really mean is they want their total assets to be worth more than their total debt by at least $1 million. And the fastest way to get there is to increase your assets and decrease your debt at the same time. Most people think the key to becoming a millionaire is making a lot of money, but that's not true. The key is saving a high percentage of what you make. You can make $200,000 a year and still be broke if you spend $195,000. You can make $60,000 a year and become a millionaire if you save and invest $15,000 of it every year. Income matters, but savings rate matters more. The average millionaire in America didn't inherit their money. They didn't win the lottery. They just saved 15 to 25% of their income every single year for decades. They lived below their means. They drove used cars. They didn't upgrade their house every time they got a raise. They treated savings like a bill they had to pay every month. And over time, that discipline turned into wealth. Meanwhile, most Americans save less than 5% of their income. Some save nothing. They live paycheck to paycheck, even when they make good money, because they let their lifestyle expand with their income. That's called lifestyle inflation, and it's the #1 thing that keeps people from building wealth. One of the biggest reasons people hit $1 million by their late 40s is because they maxed out their retirement accounts early. Accounts like a 401k or a Roth IRA. These accounts let your money grow tax-free or tax-deferred, and they force you to leave the money alone until you're older. That's actually a good thing, because most people can't be trusted to not touch their investments. If you start contributing to a 401k at age 25 and you put in $500 a month, by the time you're 50, you'll have over $600,000 just from that one account. If your employer matches your contributions, you'll have even more. And if you also max out a Roth IRA every year, you could easily cross $1 million in retirement savings by age 50. But most people don't start contributing until their 30s, or they stop contributing when life gets hard, or they cash out their 401k when they switch jobs, and all of those mistakes cost them hundreds of thousands of dollars in future growth. The people who hit $1 million didn't make those mistakes. They started early, they stayed consistent, and they never touched the money. Another huge factor in reaching $1 million is owning real estate. Not because real estate makes you rich overnight, but because it forces you to build equity over time. When you rent, 100% of your housing payment disappears every month. When you own, part of your payment goes toward building equity in an asset that usually grows in value. Let's say you buy a house for $300,000 with a $60,000 down payment. Over the next 20 years, you pay down the mortgage and the house appreciates to $500,000. You now have $500,000 in equity. That's $500,000 of net worth just from owning one property. Add that to your retirement accounts and you're at $1 million. That's how most middle-class millionaires get there. They own a home, they invest in retirement accounts, and they live below their means. It's not sexy, but it works. The key is not buying too much house. Most people buy the biggest house they can afford, and that house payment eats up so much of their income that they can't save anything. The smart move is to buy a modest house, keep your payment low, and invest the difference. Here's a truth that might surprise you. You don't need a six-figure income to become a millionaire. In fact, studies show that many millionaires never made more than $80,000 a year. They just saved aggressively and invested consistently. Meanwhile, there are plenty of people making $150,000 a year who are drowning in debt because they bought the luxury car, they bought the big house, they took expensive vacations, they looked rich, but they weren't building wealth. Real wealth is invisible. It's in your brokerage account. It's in your retirement fund. It's in your paid-off house. It's not on your wrist or in your driveway. The people who hit $1 million understood that. They prioritized net worth over image, and that's why they won. Let's be honest. If you're in your 40s or 50s and you haven't started saving, hitting $1 million is going to be hard. Not impossible, but hard. You'll need to save aggressively. You'll need to cut expenses. You'll need to maximize every retirement account. You might need to work longer than you planned, or pick up a side income, or downsize your lifestyle. But here's the good news. Even if you can't hit $1 million, you can still build something. You can still save $300,000 or $500,000. And that's still life-changing money. That's still freedom. That's still security. So don't give up just because you started late. Start today. Save what you can, invest what you can, and let the math do what it can, because some wealth is always better than no wealth. The real difference between people who hit $1 million and people who don't isn't intelligence. It isn't luck. It's mindset. The people who build wealth see money differently. They see it as a tool, not as something to spend. They see every dollar as a seed that can grow into more dollars. They delay gratification. They make boring, smart decisions. They don't care about impressing people. They care about building security. And that mindset shift is the hardest part, because everything in our culture tells you to spend. Ads tell you to buy. Social media tells you to upgrade. Your friends tell you to live a little. But the people who become millionaires ignore all of that. They live like no one else now, so they can live like no one else later. And by the time they hit their late 40s, they've won a game most people didn't even know they were playing. Here's one more reality check. $1 million isn't what it used to be. 50 years ago, $1 million was generational wealth. Today, it's a solid retirement, but it's not never work again money. With inflation, $1 million today has the buying power of about $200,000 in 1970. That's still a lot, but it's not infinite. If you retire with $1 million and follow the 4% rule, you can safely withdraw $40,000 a year without running out of money. Add Social Security, and you might have $60,000 to $70,000 a year to live on. That's a comfortable retirement, but it's not luxury. That's why hitting $1 million is just the starting point. The real goal is $2 million or $3 million, because that gives you options, that gives you freedom, that gives you margin. And the way you get there is the same way you get to the first million. You start early, you save consistently, you invest wisely, and you never stop. So here's the bottom line. Most Americans who become millionaires hit that milestone around age 49. But most Americans never get there at all, not because it's impossible, but because they never prioritized it. They spent instead of saved. They waited instead of started. And by the time they realized what they missed, it was too late to catch up. If you're young, you have the most powerful advantage in the world. You have time. Use it. Start investing today, even if it's just $100 a month. Let compound interest do the heavy work, and by the time you hit your late 40s, you'll be in the small percentage of people who actually made it. If you're older and you haven't started, don't waste another day. Start now. Save aggressively, invest smartly, and build what you can, because some wealth is always better than no wealth. The people who hit $1 million didn't get lucky, they got disciplined, and you can too. Money is just a tool, but it's a tool that buys you time, freedom, and peace of mind. And the earlier you treat it that way, the better your life becomes. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear this today.